Welcome to the NBA Draft Show. I'm your host, Abe Miller, along Price Lineweaver and Ryan Gans. Today, we're going to be talking about the outcome of the draft lottery, what we think is going to happen, any trades on draft night. We're just going to be going all over what's going on in the NBA draft. So, the Pistons win the lottery. I think undisputed Cade Cunningham, number 1 overall pick. I think he was a great star in college. I think his game will translate to the NBA. I think he's a good fit in the Pistons. Also, I think Jalen Suggs, I'm not sure where he will go. I'm not sure. My friends have been arguing if he will go top 5. I'm not sure about that. He was incredible for Gonzaga, obviously hitting the game winner over UCLA in overtime. Also, another prospect we have to talk about is Mobley. Mobley is an amazing big, and I think he can definitely make an impact in the NBA. I'm not sure where he will go. He might go top 3. We'll see. Price, what do you have to say about this?
So I definitely think Mobley will go top 3. One thing that I wanted to point out about Cunningham is if he goes to Detroit, as you have seen with a lot of different players, Detroit does not maximize their potential. We saw Andre Drummond go to Detroit, and I think he could have been a lot better of a player if he went somewhere else. Anthony Bennett was the number 1 pick, and he went to Detroit at some point. He's not been very good. And I think Cade Cunningham, he doesn't have a lot of pieces around him. I think the Houston Rockets would be a lot better for him. So if maybe a trade happened, but if he goes to Detroit, I might even say Evan Mobley would have a better chance of being the better player because I think Houston will grow the prospect better than Detroit will. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, we've already seen Detroit mess up on a pick in an incredibly stacked 2003 draft. They picked Darko Milicic with the number 2 overall pick. I understand that at the time, Milicic was a good prospect. I'm not sure if he's on the level of Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, Carmelo Anthony. And we obviously saw how that turned out. They missed out on 3 NBA Hall of Famers. I hope that they will not do that again in this 2021 NBA draft where they have the number 1 overall pick.
I think, honestly, I'm going to have to disagree with you, Price. I think Detroit is the best-case scenario for Cade because not only does he have Killian Hayes at the 1, but he also has Sadiq Bey at the 3, Jeremy Grant at the 4, and Isaiah Stewart at the 5. He's got a lot of young pieces to grow with, and I think he's put in the best situation with a lot of young pieces and guys who are pass-heavy and rebound-heavy, which will give him the perfect opportunity to score. I'm predicting a trade night. I think we could see pick 5 and pick 8 of the Magic go to the Rockets in exchange for pick 2, and I think Evan Mobley will go to the Magic because I think that's the best possible fit. They traded Nikola Vucevic, and I think Mobley is the best player to get in return. And the Rockets, a rebuilding team who only really have Kevin Porter Jr. and Christian Wood, would love pick 5 and pick 8, especially in a class this deep. But hold on, I'm getting some breaking news. Number 1 prospect Spencer Torkelson, speaking of Detroit, has been traded to the Miami Marlins in exchange for J.J. Bleday, Jazz Chisholm, and Sterling Marte. What are your thoughts, guys?
This is honestly incredible. I did not see this coming at all. This is incredible news, and I cannot believe this happened. Price?
This is absolutely a terrible, and I mean a terrible trade for the Miami Marlins. Sure, Spencer Torkelson is a once-in-a-generation talent, but you're giving up probably the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th best generational talent of this upcoming in the farm system. Spencer Torkelson is good, but Chaz Chisholm is going to be so good at second base. J.J. Bleday in the outfield. And Starling Marte, even though he's not a prospect, for the next 3 years, he's going to be a solid player on your team. And Spencer Torkelson is good, but for 3 All-Stars and potentially 2 future Hall of Famers for 1 future Hall of Famer, I think that the Marlins are really losing this trade. Your thoughts?
I mean, yeah, I think it's definitely a shocking trade. I think giving up Jazz Chisholm and J.J. Bleday was a bit much, but I could see why they're hesitant. Spencer Torkelson is one of the best prospects, not only of our generation, but we've ever seen. I think it was a great trade on paper. I think the Marlins are going to struggle for a couple of years, but in 3-4 years, when you have Sixto Sanchez and Trevor Rogers solidified, Spencer Torkelson's called up, you have Adam Duvall nearing the end of his prime, and you have your team healthy, that could be a dangerous team. I think it's going to set them back now, but it's going to put them as an amazing contender in 3-4 years. But who knows? It all depends on if Spencer Torkelson can live up to the hype.
Yeah, honestly, this trade will just make a huge impact in the world of baseball. Speaking of major trades, I think we could see some trades on draft night similar to this one that will just shake the world of basketball. We will have to see on draft night. Thank you all for watching. This has been the NBA Draft Show, and thank you for the breaking news, Ryan.